Imagine living in a world with freezing nights but no clothes at all. How did the first humans survive the cold? They noticed something interesting. Animals stayed warm because nature had already given them protection. That simple observation sparked a powerful idea. Maybe humans could borrow nature's solution. The first step was collecting animal hides. It wasn't fashion, it was survival. But wrapping a heavy hide around the body wasn't easy. It kept falling apart. So humans began making simple stone tools. Those tools changed everything. With sharp stones, they could cut hides into useful shapes. Their first clothing slowly began to take form. Even then, there was one big problem. How could they keep the pieces together? Nature had another answer. Strong vines could tie everything in place. The first real clothing was finally beginning to take shape, but making it comfortable was an even bigger challenge. By threading vines through small holes, early humans created something surprisingly strong. It was one of the first forms of stitching. The first clothes weren't stylish. They were simply designed to keep people alive. But nature kept testing every new invention. Strong winds revealed what still needed improvement, so humans replaced weak vines with durable leather strips. Every problem led to a better solution. Now their clothing stayed firmly in place. For the first time, they could move more freely. Animal hides offered another advantage. They naturally helped protect against rain and cold. People learned that caring for their clothing made it last longer. Knowledge became just as valuable as the tools themselves. These skills weren't kept secret. They were shared from one person to another. Soon, entire groups benefited from the same discovery. A simple idea became part of everyday survival. But clothing would soon become more than protection. It would begin to shape identity, culture, and the future of humanity. As time passed, people didn't just wear animal hides. They began shaping them to fit the body more comfortably. Small holes and leather cords turned loose skins into real clothing. Every improvement made survival a little easier. Some discovered that soft fur kept them warm during freezing nights. Others preferred smooth leather for long journeys. Each environment taught a different lesson. People living in forests dressed differently from those on open plains. Clothing slowly became more than protection. It also showed experience, skill, and the role someone played in the group. Children learned by watching their parents. Generation after generation, this knowledge was never written down. It was remembered. One clever idea inspired another. Better tools led to better clothing, and better clothing helped people explore new places. Without realizing it, these early humans were inventors. Every small improvement changed the future of mankind. The clothes we wear today may look completely different, but they all trace back to those first simple animal hides. Human progress didn't begin with giant cities or advanced machines. It began with one simple question: how can I survive one more day? Imagine the confidence that first successful piece of clothing gave them. For the first time, the cold didn't seem impossible to overcome. With better protection, humans could stay outside longer. That meant more time to hunt, explore, and discover new lands. What started as a way to survive slowly became a tool for progress. One invention opened the door to many others. As humans traveled into colder regions, their clothing evolved too. Every challenge forced them to think more creatively. Some groups layered multiple animal hides together. Others lined the inside with soft fur for extra warmth. These weren't random experiments. They were lessons learned through countless seasons of trial and error. Every successful idea was shared with the tribe. Knowledge became one of humanity's greatest survival tools. The strongest advantage humans had wasn't sharp teeth or powerful claws. It was the ability to learn, adapt, and improve. That same mindset still lives in us today. Every problem hides the opportunity for a better solution. The story of the first clothes isn't really about fashion. It's about human creativity turning hardship into hope. Today, we rarely think about where clothing began. We simply put it on and move to our day. But thousands of years ago, every piece of clothing represented courage. Someone had to try something that had never been done before. Those first humans didn't have books, machines, or experts to guide them. They only had observation, patience, and determination. Every mistake taught a valuable lesson. Failure wasn't the end, it was part of the process. That's why humanity kept moving forward. Not because life was easy, but because people refused to stop learning. The greatest inventions often begin with the simplest question: how can this be better? The first clothes remind us that progress doesn't happen overnight. It happens one small improvement at a time. Even today, the same principle applies. Small ideas, repeated with persistence, can change the future. The next time you put on a jacket or a shirt, remember this: you're wearing the result of thousands of years of human curiosity and innovation. From a simple animal hide to the clothes we wear today, human history has always been stitched together by creativity, resilience, and the courage to solve the next problem.